Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Chef Rich. Today we're going to be making coconut truffles. Really great recipe. Kind of like an Almond Joy, if you've ever had an Almond Joy. Very similar. So if you like Almond Joys, you'll love this recipe. Let's talk about our ingredients. We're going to be using 1 can of Eagle brand condensed milk. We'll be using 2 ounces of dark chocolate, or semi-sweet chocolate I should say, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, just a pinch of salt, and 3 cups of coconut. Later on, we're going to be dipping in some milk chocolate. So that's not including in ingredients, but all the ingredients will be in the description down below. Anyway, we're going to start off. I have just maybe an inch of water that's boiling. We're going to start off by putting our condensed milk into a bowl. And the other thing we're going to add to this is our dark chocolate. And we're going to put this on our double boiler and basically melt it. So I'm going to turn this to a medium. And this is going to take probably about 3 to 5 minutes to melt. And once it's melted, I'll show you what it looks like. So at this point, this has been on for about 7 or 8 minutes. You'll notice that it's nice and like all the chocolate is melted. So we're going to take this off. We're going to take our coconut and mix it in. We're going to add our salt. And lastly, our vanilla. We're going to mix this through. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take probably balls about yay big and put it out on parchment paper. Definitely has to be on parchment paper or it will stick. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to fill up this whole sheet pan and we're going to bake it. So I'll show you what it looks like once it's totally filled, and I'll see you feel. So our coconut truffles are out on a pan. 2 things. You'll notice they're not in a ball. That's fine. They don't have to be in a ball. They'll be in a ball later on when we're done. Right now we're going to bake them for 7 to 10 minutes, I'm guessing. But you do need space in between them. You notice there's probably a good inch of space because they actually spread out a little bit when they cook. So like a cookie, you definitely need some space in between. So I'm going to throw these in a 350-degree oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they're out. Hi everyone. So our coconut truffles were in the oven for right about 15 minutes. You'll notice it's starting to get just a little bit crisp on top, which is what we want, but it's not overcooked. You don't want the whole thing crisp. In about 3 or 4 minutes, we're going to start rolling these into balls. You can't start now because they're burning hot, and I mean just really super hot. So if you touch it now, you'll burn your hand really bad. But about 3 or 4 minutes, we'll start rolling them into balls, and I'll show you what to do with them. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Our coconut truffles have been sitting here for just about 3 or 4 minutes. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to basically just scrape it off and take it and roll it into a ball. It should be cool enough that you can handle it, but hot enough that you can still roll it. What's going to happen is in like 5 minutes, you do have to work a little bit quickly because in about 5 minutes, these are going to set. And at that point, you're not going to be able to roll it no matter what you do. It's going to be just as is. And it definitely won't look like a truffle, that's for sure. So we're just going to roll these into balls. And then once they're all in balls, we're going to put them out on a pan and chill them. So our coconut truffles were in the freezer. Like we had rolled them, I cooled them down, and then I put them in the freezer. Once they were somewhat frozen, I put them in a little container just for storage. Unlike with the milk chocolate truffles, these can stay in the freezer for a month without dipping them. We're going to dip some just so I can show you what they look like. I'm using a fork and a knife. Actually, let me go this way. Just dip it. Take your knife, scrape off some of the chocolate. Now I can generally dip about 4 of these before the chocolate sets. what I meant by that, dipping the 4 of them. After about 4 of them, you have to put some coconut on them because it is a coconut truffle and you want people to know that there's coconut inside. So we're gonna put some coconut on top. Give our chocolate a bit of a mix. And we're gonna dip some more. So our milk chocolate truffles, our coconut truffles, and our chocolate almond pyramids are now finished, and I put them on a plate for you to see. Something about the truffles, occasionally, because of how we dip them, it has something called legs. So if you just take a knife and just cut it off, there's another one. You can just take a knife and just give it a little chop, and it gets them nice and clean. So I just wanted to show you that. The truffles taste amazing. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Please leave your comments below. Have a great day. Be safe.